Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis, coming to you from the Ventura Cigar Studio in California. And with me today is Jiunn Liu and Seth Geis. How you guys doing?
Good man.
I was trying to go buy some like clothes shopping for Labor Day weekend and
Yeah.
so you know that Livermore outlet
Yep.
that near us. So I drive in there, it's fucking like tour buses and shit just unloading a bunch of fobs, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm not.
Sounds good.
What are you gonna buy, man? You always wear t-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, just whatever shit that's I needed some tennis shoes. I was gonna buy some pink Federers like you maybe.
You wish. You wish you could.
All right. So today we are talking about the Caldwell Eastern Standard Habano Robusto, 5-inch by 50 ring gauge, comes out of the Tabacalera William Ventura factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Mexican Habano hybrid. The binder is from Ecuador, and the filler is from Mexico and the Dominican Republic. Blended by Robert Caldwell. Price point is $10.50, and the cigar was released in July of 2018. So with all that out of the way, Jiunn, what was your smoking experience like?
Just right off the first draw, I was surprised by. I mean, I heard Robert Caldwell talk about the cigar at the trade show, and how it's like his strongest blend, and it's not like his other stuff, but it was still pretty surprising to actually taste the notes and just be like, man, this is nothing but Caldwell, what I'm used to of Caldwell. So with that said, it's a very spicy cigars, a lot of spicy cedar, dry red pepper. There's a lot of earthiness to this cigar, especially on the finish, and especially retrohale the cigar. It even brings that spice even more to the front. And it's one of those spicy retro. It just absolutely clears your nostrils. So I mean, for the most part, within the first couple of thirds, medium plus strength, medium body of like a lot of earthiness, a lot of spiciness. And as the cigar continues, especially towards that like middle third or so, there's like this unsweetened cream aspect to it that I felt like it was much needed, because it wasn't just so much like an earth and spice kind of a bomb. By the time we got to the final third for me, the cigar got super strong. Like it was borderline to be full. It was so strong that it was just, it made my head spin. I didn't really focus on the flavors, and I just kept thinking about, fuck me, I need some Coca-Cola. So not the best last third, but within construction, pretty good. Burn was good. A couple of pretty major touch-ups, but overall, burn performance is good. Pretty solid ashes, good ash retention, good smoke production, cool burn. Draw was perfect.
How about you, Seth? What was your experience like?
Jiunn, there are moments where I wonder if you and I even smoke the same goddamn cigar. I mean, shit. I listen to you and I look at my notes and I remember what I smoked, and I'm like, where am I, man? Where am I?
Well, last time we were talking about you smoked a cigar, lied the wrong fucking end, man. Remember?
That's true. Well, maybe I got to switch it around. So either way, I mean, the cigar. I mean, the best part of the cigar, I think, is the appearance. Nice little Colorado wrapper appearance, nice, really reddish hue. The first third opens up. I did get a lot of the peppery spice that you talked about, but I was also getting this citrus hay and salt wood quality, which was just kind of like medium full and body and strength, and that flavor profile really remained in place throughout the whole cigar for me. I mean, there's a lot of spice, but it just kept showing that it just kept being paired with those same flavor profiles. I didn't really find any transitioning or depth or complexity. I mean, it was enjoyable for what it was, but it didn't really change. I did find that the body and strength went down in the second third. I thought it just went down to a medium level. The construction needed some work in the second third, but other than that, it just kind of was just it was what it was throughout the entire smoking experience. So I have no idea, man. Maybe we smoked two different cigars. Aaron, what about you, man?
Yeah, for me, like really full wood and a heavy black pepper when it starts out. A little cream joins in a little further in, but it really seemed like it was more like a delivery mechanism for the black pepper, because it was really just like it just added like a kind of a creamy component to it, but it was still like just more black pepper all the time. Red Trail, kind of a fuller version of that same profile. A little earthiness kind of joins in as the first third is wrapping up. Strength's just slightly above the medium mark. Second third, still that wood, pepper, some creamy mustiness there, all at equal levels. Dry earthiness in the background. Pepper starts fading away about 3/4 of an inch into the second third, leaving the wood and the mustiness up front. Red Trail is kind of a slightly drying wood, a little bit of earthiness and mustiness there. Strength remains at slightly above medium. Final third, wood increases in fullness, earthiness a little bit behind that. A little bit of bitterness kind of joins in. Dry earthiness kind of takes the lead a little further in. There's still a little bit of kind of a creamy mustiness in the background. And the Red Trail actually has that creamy mustiness up front, a little bit of like green wood behind that. Strength bumps up to medium full in that final third. In regards to the burn, it was a little bit wavy throughout, and then in the final third, it really struggled to stay lit. I had to do a relight on there, and Ash held on through each third, so that was good. And in regards to the draw, a little bit tighter than I prefer, but really no issues there in regards to that. So Jiunn, overall, your thoughts on this one?
Kind of like what I talked about earlier. This is a pretty big departure from the regular Caldwell line. I don't know, man. Like it's not really my cup of tea, but I could appreciate a line in a brand that's trying to go after a lot of spice, a lot of strength, a lot of earthiness characteristics, a lot of wood characteristics. And this is what this is. I think if you're one of those guys that bitch so much about how Caldwell cigars are all a bunch of mild stuff and they're tasteless and they're not enough impact, well, bitch no more. You should smoke this. So.
How about you, Seth? What are your overall thoughts?
When you have something good, this happens with cigars all the time, is when they have like this release that's really good, and then like next year they're like, oh, we're making it a Maduro now. That just pisses me off. So to see Eastern Standard, which I actually enjoyed.
No, they're really.
What's up?
The regular ones are really good.
Regular ones are great, man. It's fantastic. The Churchill size, all of them are great sizes. And then, they crossed the line a little bit with the Midnight Express. But this just really, I think, just brings it downhill. I didn't get the strength that you guys were going for. Thank goodness. I think if I did, I probably would have been harsher on the cigar than I actually was. But it's just, I don't see the purpose in it. And it's just, I don't know. You're ruining Eastern Standard. So it's a core flavor profile throughout. And there just wasn't much to it. I just wasn't blown away by it. I think the cigar just kind of was just total disappointment. So shame on you, Robert. Shame.
For me, I thought the first third had a unique flavor profile, kind of with that wood and black pepper and that kind of cream. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just like a creamy pepper. I didn't get it very often in other cigars, but construction is okay. Strength, medium plus the whole way, kind of bumps up at the end. It's not a flavor profile I gravitate to. It was a little too drying for me, a little bit too much wood, earth focused. I wouldn't probably revisit it anytime soon, but I mean, if it was around, somebody handed it to me, I'd smoke it, but it's not something I'm gonna be chasing down. So getting into the scores, Jiunn, you were the leader at 6.27. I was next at 5.75, and Seth was 5.50. So how do you think that match up with your experience, Jiunn?
Fairly well. I mean, I overall thought it was good just because I had the first couple of thirds good and overall construction was good. But, with something like this, and one of my gauge points is, hey, is this going to be on my top 25 list at the end of the year? Something like this will definitely not be. Mm-hmm. I guess take that as you will.
Yeah. For me, my matches, flavor profile on the first third was good. After that, it was average. After that, construction was okay. So it kind of the high fives is about right for me. How about you, Seth?
Yeah, it's pretty much. I think it's pretty dead on. I'd be interested to see what my price per points is on the cigar. I didn't know it was priced at what, $10 a stick?
$10.50, yeah.
$10.50? Jeez, that's high for this.
Yeah.
It even looks like a cheap cigar too. I hate saying that. I mean, gosh, if Caldwell watches this, so be it. But it looks like a cheap. You know what I mean? You look at that band. It looks cheap.
Right. Yeah. Any other final thoughts on this one?
No.
If you like Eastern Standard, don't smoke it.
That's a good point. If you like regular Eastern Standard,
Yeah,
just
if you're
go to B&M and like buy one after you eat a 1 pound steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Well, check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Be sure to follow us on all the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. Catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.